our strikes, there have been radars at least 4 places, command and control centers at 2 places, runway, of course, damaged at 2 places. Then 3 of their hangars in 3 different stations have been damaged. And in that hangar, as well as on tarmac, we have signs of one C-130 class of aircraft, one AEW&C class of aircraft, and at least 4 to 5 fighter aircraft, most likely F-16, because that base happened to be F-16, which would have been under maintenance that time. Along with that, one SAM system, which has been destroyed. So, उनका जो narrative है वो, I think उनके जो वो मनोहर कहानियां हैं. So, चलने दो, अच्छा है, उनको खुश रहने दो. As far as Pakistan losses are concerned, I think it was very clear. It was clearly spelled out in the initial debriefs also that we have struck a large number of their airfields, and we struck a large number of their installations. And what we have gathered from whatever int reports we have got is that on ground, because of our strikes, there have been radars at least 4 places, command and control centers at 2 places, runway, of course, damaged at 2 places. Then 3 of their hangars in 3 different stations have been damaged. And in that hangar, as well as on tarmac, we have signs of one C-130 class of aircraft, one AEW&C class of aircraft, and at least 4 to 5 fighter aircraft, most likely F-16, because that base happened to be F-16, which would have been under maintenance that time. Along with that, one SAM system, which has been destroyed. And so these are the strikes that, the destruction that has taken place on ground by our strikes. And as far as air defense part is concerned, we have clear evidence of one long-range strike, which I talked about, more than 300 kilometers, which happens to be either an AEW&C or a SIGINT aircraft. Along with that, 5 fighters that are high-tech fighters of between F-16 and JF-17 class is what our system tells us. Now, coming to the third one, and as far as conflict of 4 days, that is attacking the terrorist camps and thereafter giving them a befitting reply to their misadventures, trying to attack our civil population and attack our military installations. Our robust air defense infrastructure, was very, very important part of the whole plan, and that came in. It along with its all the 3 services, the Army, Navy, Air Force assets being merged together, the air defense assets, the counter UAV assets, and everything working under one combined control of IACCS. It worked out to be a game changer, and under that they were almost not allowed to any freedom to do anything. And our long-range SAMs, the long-range SAMs that we had procured recently and operationalized, that again, turned the table on them. We could look deep inside their territory. We could make sure that they were not able to operate even within their territory, up to a certain distance. And it will go down in the history that longest kill that we achieved of more than 300 kilometers by that. And it seriously curtailed their activities. Of course, as far as offensive action is concerned, उन्होंने कहा हमने इतने जेट गिराए, आपने कुछ नहीं बोला. मैं अभी भी कुछ नहीं बोल रहा हूँ उसके बारे में, और ना मैं बोलना चाहूँगा. अगर वो सोचते उन्होंने मेरे 15 जेट गिराए हैं, उनको सोचने दो. I hope they are convinced about it, and they will cater for 15 less aircraft in my inventory when they come to fight again. So why should I talk about it? तो मैं उसके बारे में आज भी कुछ नहीं बोलूँगा कि क्या हुआ, कितना नुकसान हुआ, नहीं हुआ, कैसे हुआ, क्या, कुछ नहीं बताना चाहिए, क्योंकि उनको पता करने दो ना. जैसे हम भी तो कुरेद के निकाल रहे हैं ना, हमने क्या कर पाए हम लोग, तो उनको भी निकालने दो. लेकिन ये बात आपको सब वेरी क्लियर है कि आपने कोई एक ऐसी पिक्चर देखी है जहाँ पे हमारे किसी एयरबेस में कुछ गिरा हो, कुछ लगा हो, कोई हैंगर डिस्ट्रॉयड हो, कुछ हो, जो इतनी सारी पिक्चर्स हमने उधर की दिखा दी, वैसे एक भी पिक्चर वो नहीं दिखा पाए हमें। सो उनका जो नैरेटिव है वो आई थिंक उनके जो वो मनोहर कहानियां हैं। सो चलने दो, अच्छा है, उनको खुश रहने दो। एंड मे बी उनको अपनी पब्लिक को कुछ दिखाना है अपने साख बचाने के लिए, मेरे को कोई उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता। हाँ जी, सेकेंड पार्ट। सो the last 1 year, if I can start, I think the first thing that I must start with is Operation Sindoor, because that was the highlight of this year gone by. In the aftermath of what happened in Pahalgam, we all know that we took a decision that we have to make them pay a price for whatever they have been doing, and to avenge that, killings of the innocents. And a clear directive, clear mandate was given to the Indian Armed Forces, and Indian Air Force was the prime stakeholder in that, in terms of 2 major targets out of the 9 that were chosen towards terrorist camps were given to Indian Air Force to address. And I think the way that whole even went by, the way in the aftermath, that 3 or 4 days of conflict that we had with our Western neighbor, it stands as a lesson which will go down in history, that this is one war that was started with a very clear objective, and it was terminated in a quick time without just prolonging it. We are seeing what is happening in the world. The 2 wars that are going on, there's no talk about termination, but we could make them reach a stage where they ask for a ceasefire, ask for termination of hostilities, and also we took a call as a nation to terminate those hostilities because our own objectives were met. I think this is something that the world needs to learn from us, and I have said this earlier also.